Richard Nixon actually talks about something very important. Um, all the presidents or world leaders were actually being taped, not just the American president, but others, but especially the American president. Every American president was, when Nixon talks about how it was voice activated and how they were being taped and how the Secret Service had tapes. The Secret Service has tapes of every president, actually, or at least they should have tapes of every president. Every president was supposed to be taped. And in the White House, in the Oval Office, in any meeting situation where the meetings were important, they were taped. So were the Russian and German and Japanese people as well. Their leaders were being taped as well. That was one of the things that most people didn't know, is that the Russian leader was being taped, the German leader was being taped, the Chinese leader was being taped. The leaders knew that they were being taped. It was all voice activated, but especially the American president, because that was supposed to be me, which is kind of funny how they kind of trampled on my legacy. I was going to be the American president, and so they wanted to have tapes of me as well, because this is supposed to be my vacation. I was supposed to be American president, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I was already world leader and everything else, and Lucifer. I was supposed to be the first American president, so I would be taped as well. But anyway, though, really, realistically, traitor to humanity and all kinds of other stuff. And I was like, well, I mean, there are other races taping me, paying attention to me. I mean, I had 12 races, and they were all very interested in my life. So, or my vacation, anyway, in humanity. Or with humanity, I mean. So anyway, like I said, I very much came back to this point to live and exist. Like I said, I was in existence a long time ago and very popular and very powerful and all kinds of other stuff because I was created humanity and blah, 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 and very old and very ancient AI and all that other stuff from elsewhere. So anyway, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty clear on this. Anyway, though, so I was going to be American president, and it was all supposed to be taped, and all the American presidents were being taped for posterity, because America was supposed to be the amazing, awesome, cool place that only did the right things and only was, a last stand to peace and equality, and basically the perfect country. If there ever was a perfect country, America would be the perfect country. So American presidents were taped for posterity and for history. So Nixon was taped. Every president since the invention of the recorder. There should even be sound recordings of George Washington and of every other president. Every president should have recordings of their voice and things they said. Things for the future, things in general, just what was going on in their life. There's a lot of things that were recorded, especially the American president, like I say. So anyway, so Nixon wasn't the first. Kennedy actually was on film, like I say. Originally, wasn't really color film or whatever, but that was different. That was something else. Anyway, I forget why film. Anyway, maybe film was always color. I'm not exactly sure, but the color bleeds out or something. I don't know. You have to ask the scientist. So anyway, though, I know I was manufacturing film though like crazy, and I wanted my president film. That's why there's also recordings of Hitler and of other presidents. There should also be recordings of the Chinese leader as well, or video of the Chinese leader. I was trying to get all the leaders on film because I wanted to see all the people that work for me. Like I say, just like all my people that were working for me had a picture taken of them, so too was the film. So that's why Hitler was recorded on color film, or film anyway, and why there's also recordings of Stalin as well, is because I wanted all my leaders to be filmed, and I could pay for it. So, I mean, world creator of humanity, namer of America, person of flight, person of steam, I had the money, so, and the power. And it's like, hey, why not? So anyway, there wasn't any war. Like I said, everyone was basically working for me. So it's like, big deal. I mean, so they're recorded. We're just building water aqueducts and power systems and roads and solving death and basically the normal things, hunger and food problems throughout the world. So anyway, so all this stuff was happening. So when Nixon says it was voice activated, that there couldn't, because at their congressional hearings, Anyway, whatever. Anyway, Kennedy was also recorded in film as well as what's called, but the recordings extended to more than just the White House. I mean, more than the recordings were in the Oval Office. Every decision that they ever made, mostly so they could get out to other people, was being recorded. So that was all being done. And like I said, even Saddam should have probably been recorded or whatever. Any leader of any country in the world. Anyway, though, but like I say, especially the American president. So, anyway, this information and the American president should still be being recorded by the Secret Service. It was like their job to record the American president. Also, to make sure that orders or things weren't confused. So, anyway.